Okay guys, this is a super informal video, really quick. I'm going to go over our stroller because so many people have asked, and I do apologize it's taken so long, but we're literally going to storage tonight to store his baby carrier, which is a part of it. So this is the Graco Click to Connect modes and Downton. I'll put all that in the title. So this is just basically going to be an overview because if you cannot tell by now, I adore this stroller. A lot of my friends have already replaced their stroller. I think Crystal replaced Liam's stroller by the time he was, I think like 7 months. And she had a Graco stroller too, but it really does make a difference when you see the prices on stuff. This whole set was $400. And I remember Justin being like, $400, but then Jackson's new big boy car seat is like almost $400. So when you think about it, it is a really good deal. And having been a nanny and, you know, like dealt with a lot of strollers, I knew exactly what I was looking for. Always take your strollers down in the store if you can and walk them around. The thing I loved about this is it like turns and it glides and it floats. It is just like an amazing stroller. I can't say enough good stuff about it. It does a lot of cool stuff. I'm going to show you guys everything it does. The only thing missing from this is the infant insert. It has a little head pillow and stuff that does come with this, but I think I stored it already. I think it's in a bin stored already, so I don't have it out. So this is just kind of overview of it. I'm going to show you guys all the things it does. But first, let me see. I want to show you guys. This is one thing I loved about it too. I don't know if you can tell, but this is a huge amount of storage. There is a ton of storage in the bottom of the stroller. Like people I don't even know, like when I go to the children's museum or like kid-friendly places, moms will comment on like how much room my stroller has and they'll ask me what it is. And that's one of the things I liked about too. It has a huge storage compartment underneath. There's also 4 cup holders in this bad boy. 4 cup holders, a snack tray already built in. I see a lot of strollers now just have a bar and I don't really get it. I prefer this. Jackson loves eating snacks here. It's great at doctor's appointments or wherever he wants a snack. I just sanitize the plate and put it in. The stroller is really dirty. It's got to be clean, so don't judge me. And then it's got the 2 cup holders. So you can actually put a snack cup in here too with like strawberries or something and something dry here or whatever. Sometimes I just throw strawberries and fruit into here. I always just clean it ahead of time. So, okay. Then this has 2 cup holders also and the little like mom pouch thing. Nowadays, smartphones, when I was a nanny, these things were always big enough for my phone and keys. Nowadays, smartphones are so big. I have a bigger smartphone, the Galaxy S7, I think. I don't even know. And it doesn't quite fit in here, but I can put it in there and the lid will be like this. And I always put my keys and stuff in here too. Another thing missing is the straps that go here. There are straps that go here that connect. So basically they're shoulder straps, but we took them out. Those are not here. But once he got big enough and was sitting up really well around, well, obviously he was sitting up at 4 months, but when he was just like not feeling the shoulder straps anymore, I think it was like 8 months, he just didn't want anything to do with them, so we removed them. But they do come down and they all connect into a 5-point harness. It's just not here. And those shoulder straps do have padding. I have no idea where they are, to be completely honest. Somewhere, we'll find them if we have another kid, but I don't know. Okay, so right now we just use this lap situation, but the shoulder straps do go all the way up for older children. All right, so let's go over the canopy. This canopy is huge. That's another thing I get comments on all the time. The canopy goes really far across and it has this little like extra thing here to keep sunlight out of their eyes. It's also, you'll see in a minute, like a little paparazzi canopy, I call it. So then there is a window here where you can see the baby or your toddler, whatever. But the canopy is another point that people have like been like, oh my God, I love that so much, because it really goes and extends a lot, the basket and that. And anytime, again, somebody has ever used a stroller, it is so maneuverable. I don't ever need people's help when I have this stroller. Like, I feel like I could just drive it around with my pinky. It is so agile and such a good deal for the money. I haven't necessarily taken this thing off-roading, but for Justin's company picnic, it was like at a country farm, and it was pretty off-road. Like, we were going through some like cow pastures and stuff, and this thing could hang, and I've never had a jogging stroller, but sometimes when I do walk him, I will, you know, speed walk, and this thing keeps up. So, all right, that's that. Okay, so I'm gonna start showing you guys what it's like with the infant carrier in, and I will say, for the longest time, I was kind of like, you know, I don't know if I want an infant carrier. I might just want the car seat that they start off in and they stay in until they're like 60 pounds. But I'm so glad we ended up getting one of these, because it's just, there were so many times when he was little, when they're really small babies, and even like up to like 5 and 6 months, they fall asleep so easily in the car, and it's so much easier to transfer them when they're asleep like that into a shopping basket or into the stroller, which I will say, you don't bring them inside and leave them in their shop basket. Just leave them in their car seat to sleep. That's not safe. But like if you're in the grocery store and they're right in front of you is what I'm talking about. So, okay. This, just letting y'all know, this is pretty standard like lift off thing back here, because I'm doing this all one-handed. Justin's entertaining Jackson, but you see it's like pretty easy if I had two hands free. That's how you release it from the part that sits in your car. Okay, so this is one of the modes. This is what we used when he was a newborn the most. I've leaned back the seat, that's all I've done, and I've put the car seat and put it in here, and it clicks and locks into this tray. So I used this the most when he was little, because like I said, it has like this paparazzi feature. You know, when you're in a store and you have any baby, people want to look, but I don't know what it is about tiny vulnerable babies, but people really want to look at your baby or like get too close to it for my comfort. Also, I forgot to say, this canopy is like extremely like extended too, and it has a little sun protector here too. But you guys see, that is like, you are not touching or breathing on my baby or near my baby. I would always have this though, and I'm paranoid, so I'd always be like checking on him, you know, when he was in here. But yeah, it does have that, which is really nice. A couple times we were caught in the rain, and he stayed asleep from the car to the store like that. A lot of times too, once I got in the store, I'd do this so that I could see him, and I felt like he was getting airflow, but it was obviously like, don't come near my baby. And if somebody started to come near my baby, I'd be like that, like back off. But for me, like my level of comfort with my SIDS background and stuff, I just always want to make sure he had enough airflow. So I would do that. Okay, so this is how we used it at first. Next, I'm going to show you guys how we used it with the car seat feature when he got a little bigger, and it wasn't so much worrying about covering him. I'm going to try to do this while watching through the viewfinder, but I basically just, the actual stroller part just pops off real easy, and then you just take the car seat part and you, let's see, I haven't done this in so long. It's easier than this, I swear, but like one-handed, I can't line it up right. Justin, oh wait, there we go. Justin was always good about doing that. So then you just have that light part of the stroller and the car seat in it. I use that a lot from about 3 months on. It can also do one other way, which I didn't do because even today I have a hard time facing him away from me, because like I said, I just don't like people getting in his face. It makes me uncomfortable. But I'll show you another option. So this is the other option if you want your baby to look out. Stuff is really easy to do. I'm sorry, I'm like one-handed on my phone, not my camera with the tripod, so I can't show you guys the transition of it, but I promise you it is so easy. It takes seconds. So that is the other option with the car seat carrier. Now we're going to remove it. Forget about the car seat carrier. This is how I've used it since he's outgrown this car seat. So this is how I would use it a lot too. It kind of makes it, I don't know if y'all can see with this folded, it kind of makes it like a pram, like a European style stroller, if that makes sense. It's like completely flat in here, if you can see. And I used that a lot when he was still kind of sleepy and would nap when we were shopping or in the mall or something, and I would take him out of the car seat when he was awake. I used it a lot like that too. One thing, this is one thing I love about the stroller, and one thing other people stop me about is the stroller can face you so that your baby's not facing outward to strangers or people wanting to touch them. I'm just weird about that. So, and it's easy access as always to the basket and all of these modes. So then, you know, when they don't want to lay down, you just pop it up if he wants to sit up. And as he got older, I can't do this with one hand, so hold on. As he got older, I would fix the footing thing so that his legs could go straight as he outgrew it with it closed, if that makes sense. And then that's with the canopy sitting completely up. And then now that he's a lot bigger, he likes to be like this sometimes, but most of the time he likes it going down, and I'll show you guys that in a second. So this is the facing towards mom style. I still really like this, but Jackson likes to look at the world now, so we use it the other way, and I'm going to show you guys the other way now. We're kind of back to where we started in a sense. So this is facing like a typical stroller. This is how he likes to ride now. And this does do several inclines. Like there's several incline modes. There's 3 incline modes. And sometimes he'll get sleepy now even. And if we're at the mall or something, I'll just lay him down. But this stroller, you guys, I have beaten it up. It has taken a beating. I'm going to fold it in a minute so y'all can see it folded. The only thing that broke right away, which was our fault, not the stroller's fault, is a little handle thing, and sometimes we'll bend it back into place, but I don't know what got put on top of it. Like we're always throwing stuff in the van or in our old car on top of it, like dog food, stuff like that, and I'll show you, like I said, in a minute. But like I said, this is how we use it now. That's the thing over it, and you have the little screen. I think I talked about that. I feel like I'm just... Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how it closes. I can do that one-handed. That's it. The stroller is super, super light. And before we had the minivan, it fit perfectly in our, what do we have, an Escape? And an Escape, which does not have a third row. And it fit fine. In the Escape, I would just turn it like, so this is what's broken. See, traditionally this is supposed to be here. So when you pull the stroller out, it kind of locks it into place like this. But since it's broken, and this broke like quite a few months after we had it, it's always kind of loose. But for me, it kind of works out because I don't know, I just pull it like that and pull it out, and I don't have to release it. I just pop it right up. But it does have this, you just need to be careful. Like I said, I stored it in our Escape. I want to keep saying Expedition, but we're not that fancy. I would store it like that sideways. And sometimes we'd throw Liam's stroller on top of it, and sometimes we'd throw groceries or dog food. And probably when it was facing the other way, something laid on it and just bent it a little too much, if that makes sense. So now that I have a minivan, I say I'm not that fancy, but my minivan's pretty fancy and top of the line. I just stand it up like that in my minivan in the back, and I have plenty of room still. I don't have to put any seats down. It's been great. Like I said, a lot of my friends have had to buy multiple strollers by now, and I'm still rocking this one. 16 months later, I'm still obsessed. I will definitely use it if we have another kid. I know a lot of people get double strollers and stuff. I probably will if for just like when we go do stuff as a family. But really, if I'm going out with Jackson, by the time I have another kid, he's going to be wanting to walk and stuff like that. I don't think I'm going to need a double stroller all the time. So I love this stroller so much, and I just really will be using it till the wheels fall off. Anyways, I hope that was helpful. Like I said, this thing has taken a beating. It's been awesome. I forgot to say this tray does, oh, that's one thing I forgot to say. Hold on, let me just pop it back up. This tray does come off. See? So like the other side too if I released it. So, and unfortunately, like most strollers, you can't pull this stuff out to wash it. what I've been doing since he was a baby, mostly since he started eating in it and getting his, like, wearing shoes and getting it dirty here. I take it outside and I spray it down with dish soap and I just hose it off. I am going to this time try to put it in the bathtub, kind of like people clean a pack and play. I'm going to try that. But I mean, this material and everything has held up to me doing that. I'm like not kidding you guys, probably 25 times. So I'm extremely happy with it. I hope that answered all y'all's questions about seeing what it does. I'm sorry I couldn't show the transition, but I promise they're really swift and fast. And of course it locks right here. I'll show that. It's got a good little lock on it. All right, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.